I've got a confession to make. I stayed up all night long leveling up my character to unlock Seraph. It's not because she wields a badass revolver. I generally have a weakness for bandana-wearing Asian girls with prosthetic limbs, and feels good to finally say that. No, she's really badass, though. She's kind of got this cowboy thing going on. She's got, like, a sleeve tatted up arm, robotic arm on the other hand. She's a badass. She's a cowgirl with attitude. But seriously, who could deny wanting to grind for a girl that has a revolver that can one-shot somebody? This is the one that I was really skeptical about. You give somebody a one-shot kill opportunity in a game, basically it's a participation trophy. That's what these specialist perks are. You show up, you get these perks, and sooner or later you get to use these abilities. And I'm not gonna lie, this is the one that I was the most afraid of, and with good reason. Again, it's a revolver that can one-shot people. That was enough for me to be like, okay, I really think this is gonna be overpowered. To my surprise, it really isn't. I'll explain why. They did a really good job at balancing out the Annihilator class, and I think the Specialist class is one of my favorites because it does have that potent one-shot kill ability. Fortunately, for as strong as it is, it also has a few drawbacks. Number one being, it's not the greatest thing at range. It's not as reliable as the bow would be with the Sparrow and stuff, but it does have the possibility of dropping people with pretty significant medium range. But again, the problem with this, and the major drawback, is if you miss, you're dead. The time to kill in this game is extremely fast as it currently is. There's been a handful of times that I've whipped this bad boy out ready to put one shot on a guy, and he put me down harder than Drake did to Meek Mill, and that's not something that you want to admit. But that's good. It's not too overpowered, it's just right. Warm and tasty. But probably the most impressive is how they actually balanced this thing. They did a good job because they added a cooldown period between each shot. One of the biggest fears I had is because it being a pretty accurate, reliable, close quarters, one-shot kill ability weapon, I was like, oh shoot, I'm not even going to touch a B flag if there's one on the enemy team, because they're just going to run in there and just hip fire from the hip, pew, pew, pew. Yeah, I stole those sounds from Black Ops 1. And that was just like one of my biggest fears, is they would just be able to come in there and clear out 5 dudes without ever having to try, and that was something I was genuinely afraid of. This cooldown period is really, really good. She has to pretty much pull out the gun, take a shot, pull back the hammer, take a shot, pull back the hammer, take a shot, and so on and so forth. It does last a good while, so you do have enough time to run around and pick off a couple people from here and there, but it's definitely not one of those abilities, those specialist abilities that you're going to want to be fighting clumps of people at the same time. Odds are you'll be lucky to get one of them, and there's probably little chance at getting more than one in any sort of circumstance due to the fast time to kill in this game. So with that little cooldown period, they did a good job at making sure this thing was not too dangerous to the point that it would make it unfair for most people to defend against it. Like I said, many times I have whipped this out and I've died before I had had a single kill or even a chance to react and kill somebody. So to be honest, it's pretty well balanced. Hopefully you enjoyed that little moment right there, actually seeing it in action. You notice I took 6 shots, 3 of them landed, still better than Shaq from the free throw, so I'm okay with that. In the end, I wasn't too confident with it. I started getting better with it, and I started performing far more impressively than I did there in that situation. But even then, that was at medium range, and it's bound to happen with mistakes. And I am human, despite what you may have heard. So, in the end, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on it. Feel free to subscribe for more Black Ops 3 content. And leave a comment down below as towards what other specialist abilities you'd like a sneak peek at. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.